100 mile per hour plus Traxxas X0-1 from Ground Zero. Folks joined in yesterday's live stream or watched the video. So basically, I'm building a Traxxas X0-1 from scratch, Ground Zero, without any instructions or manual or anything to give me reference to how to build it from Ground Zero. In my opinion, I am old. I actually did pretty good. It wasn't perfect. I went through a lot of trial and error mistakes, but eventually got to almost completing the build. And actually, after I went off live stream, I couldn't stop building, so I kept on building. I wanted to save it for today's live stream, but I figured I'd just go do a quick overview of what quick overview of my progress so far, and I'm almost there. I'm missing a few parts, so basically what I need is to complete the chassis in itself is a rear differential housing, a set of 4 shocks. When I went online, I noticed there's 2 different types of shocks that you can get for the Traxxas X0-1 from Traxxas itself. You know, I didn't look for any aftermarket parts. I was basically looking for what I could get from Traxxas. So you can get 2 different types. I think one is a soft damper and one is a hard damper. I'll probably go with the hard damper. It's a little bit more expensive. It's $10 more than the soft damper. And then yeah, differential housing, shocks, wheels and tires. Just like the shocks, you can get different compounds for the tires. I'll probably go with a softer compound for more traction. Because you need to get the powers. You need the power to you need to get the power to the wheels, and the wheels need to get some kind of traction to gain speed. Or not, you just lose power if you're just burning rubber all over the place. But that's and then electronics. I won't be needing an ESC, brushless motor, a receiver, and a transmitter. So looking up the ESC and the motor online last night, basically I couldn't find anything that's the direct replacement from Traxxas. I think it's a 1515 stator motor, 1650 kV brushless motor, and then the ESC. I couldn't find any replacement for that. And but I was looking at the price, and it retails about almost $300. Well, not about two-ish, 200 something. So I was like, wow, that's kind of pricey. and then if you wanted to get the Traxxas TQI 4-channel transmitter, that's gonna run me with the micro 5-channel 2.4 gigahertz receiver. Now it's gonna run me about another almost $200. I think it retails about $179.99. So we're looking at a lot of money there. It's like by the time I add all that up, I should just buy me a ready to run X0-1. Because the X0-1 retails about, I think, $699 ready to run, and that comes with the transmitter, receiver, ESC, motor. Yeah, no batteries. And I haven't even talked about the batteries yet too. The LiPo batteries. I think if you want to get the 3S 6700 milliamp LiPo battery from Traxxas, that one runs about, I think it was about $150, $149.99, and then so I would be needing 2. So I would have to, if I wanted to run a 6S, that's another $300. So wow, yeah, pretty. It's getting up there. So I may go with an alternative battery instead of the direct replacement. Um, since I do have a lot of I have experience in lipo batteries, and I deal with a lot of different manufacturers. So I'll if I do the runs, I'll go with 6S first, and I'll try to see if I can get an 8S set up. The only thing it was difficult to find a 8S motor with a high kV. So basically, if I wanted to go 8S, the highest kV that I could find on a motor that's able to handle 8S is 800 kV. And when I multiply that by the volts per kV or RPMs, it was more logical to go with 6S because I would get a higher RPM on a 6S setup than an 8S setup. I would get more torque, more power, but in order to get a high mile per hour, a high speed, I need a higher RPM. So I'll do a 6S setup, see how fast I can get with a 6S. The biggest kV motor that I could find online that could handle the maximum 6S or highest kV that can handle at least 6S is I think it was a 2200 kV motor, and that was a what can was that? I think that was a 1512 can, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And I think the next highest would be a 1950 kV compared to the stock Traxxas, which is a 1650 kV motor or engine, whatever you want to call it. So there's going to be a lot of trial and error in the upcoming months. I don't know how long or how fast I'll be able to finish this Traxxas build, this X0-1. A lot of parts are out of stock. Who knows when they'll be in stock again? I think the differentials is pretty hard, and I found a completed differential already assembled, and that was like $70. I was like, oh, that's crazy. So what I'll probably be doing is getting have to build the differential myself by using different parts. I mean, not using different parts, but just get buying the differential gear, the housing, and all that good stuff. But yeah, so I think that's basically it. Besides, I mean, I do have Traxxas X0-1 body for this. It's the red color, old school, first gen body, brand new, still in the plastic. So pretty much got the build completed. I went from the stock chin spoiler, which was this right here, to the 100 mile plus chin spoiler for more downforce. As you can see, I assembled the bumper, reinforcement sponge, whatever you want to call it, foam, to absorb the impact if I do get into a head-on collision. Then front wheels, tires, A-arms, wheel hubs, tie rods, rod links, whatever you want to call it, differential, shock tower. It's all assembled. Everything is where it's supposed to be. So the front is all good. Then also installed the differential gear, spur gear, bevel gear, and then the drive shaft right here to connect to the rear wheel drive because it's a 4-wheel drive. Installed the receiver box, battery mounts. I went with the higher battery mounts because hopefully this will fit a 4S on each side. And then almost and then the air ducts on this side to cool the motor. And we have the rear, so end up installing the rear spur gear, the motor mount, and then almost completed the rear A-arms, axles, tie rods, links. So yeah, like I said earlier, I'm missing the bevel gear. So I have to order that, or the differential gear. I'm sorry, but installed the shock tower. I thought I ordered two differential gears for this when I first bought this. What do you say, kit, but parts for to build the Traxxas X0-1. But I guess I don't know. I guess I must have threw it away with all the other junk that I tried to throw away. But yeah, I assembled the shock tower. I think I have it backwards, but I didn't care because I'm gonna have to take it apart and reassemble it anyways. I have a differential housing for the rear, but this is for the front, and the rear is different, so that's why I have to order that. And then installed the rear diffuser and the body mounts, both front and rear. So yeah, cat does not come with the kit or the Traxxas X0-1. And then here I have this for the ESC mount, which I probably won't use because I'll probably go with a different ESC. So yeah, that is how far I got in with the build. As you can see, I'm almost there. Just missing a few parts. So as soon as I get those parts, all is good. I'll probably do a couple speed runs. Like I said, I'll do start off at 6S. I'm going to go with at least a 2200 kV motor. Yeah, so I'm going to use alternative electronics, because if you're trying to get brand name and Traxxas electronics, I'm gonna spend way too much money on this setup than I should, or that I bargained for. I actually put myself on a budget, but to get this bad boy up and running, I'm going to have to invest in the money. But yep, that is it right here. So far so good. Before I end this live stream, I just want to say this is easiest RC I have ever built. And and I can say that because I didn't, like I said, I didn't have any instructions. I didn't have a assembly book. It was the easiest build I ever built. Far none. Easiest. Anybody can build this thing from ground zero. If I could build this without any instruction book or manual, anybody can. And using an instruction manual. So yeah, it was an easy build. Traxxas should make if you're listening there, Traxxas, and this is free a suggestion, advice, or marketing. They should come out with a Traxxas X0-1 kit and sell it a lot cheaper than the ready to run. I know people prefer ready to runs, but this is an easy build, and I think you can make this build to this build just to get people building. I mean, just yeah, because it's an easy build, and this chassis or the X0-1 is actually the design is very similar to the Traxxas all-wheel drive Slash. It's just the chassis is built a little bit different, but everything else is pretty much the same. So I think that is one way for Traxxas to increase their revenue, increase their fan base, do an X0-1 kit. Do an X0-1 kit like how they have the TRX4. I think that would help their increase their revenue, increase their profits. This is an easy build, and this is a fun build. Yeah, no complaints here, man. I really enjoyed this build. As you can see, if you was watching my previous live stream or VOD on this building on this Traxxas X0-1, I just once I got into it, I couldn't stop. I didn't intend the live stream to go for 2 hours, but yeah, I ended up going over 2 hours. Enjoyed it. Even when I got off live stream, I couldn't stop. I kept building, and then here we are, almost done, almost completed. If I wasn't missing any parts, I probably would have this thing completed, up and running, doing the speed runs. But because I don't have parts for it, and missing electronics, blah blah blah, making excuses. But hey, like I said, coming from me, this isn't the easiest build, man. And hopefully Traxxas come out with a kit or something similar like to this kit. It doesn't have to be like a Traxxas X0-1. I think if they want to do an on-road kit, oh man, easy peasy. But I guess this is it for this live stream. I just wanted to give you folks a quick overview on my progress on the Traxxas X0-1 100 plus small power build. I'm looking forward to completing this build. I'm not too sure how long it will take. Like I said, parts are back ordered or they're not in stock, and that seems to be the case. I guess a lot of not only Traxxas but a lot of other manufacturers, if there are either the RCs are hard to get or the parts are hard to get. It's taken a while. Been trying to get my hands on the Axial SCX3 kit. That's been out of stock or hard to get to, and looks like the next shipment coming in for that kit is end of July. And now they're releasing the Axial SCX3 ready to run Jeep, and that might be sold out forever unless you pre-order it. But I'm not into pre-ordering, so I used to when I order something and I spend money, I want it right now. So as soon as the items are in stock, even LiPo batteries are hard to find. Motors are hard to find. Brushless motors, ESCs, they're hard to find. I went on Castle Creations website. They're all back ordered, out of stock. Went on Tekken. They didn't have the specific. They didn't have anything that would run 6S for this Traxxas X0-1. I went on Hobby Wing, and oh my god, Hobby Wing is super expensive. I thought I could get a better deal on Hobby Wing, but than Castle Creations. But when I went to Hobby Wings, I was like, wow. So I'm gonna go to the cheaper alternative route. So stay tuned. If worst case scenario, I'll probably just contact one of my manufacturers and build me a motor myself for this NESC for this Traxxas X0-1 and do my own promotion. But that too costs money. So that's it for this live stream. Thanks for people for joining in this live stream, watching this live stream, watching the VOD. Keep pointing, moving my hands. But that's it. So till my next live stream, take care and aloha. Shaka, shaka, shaka. Center, center, center. Shaka, mahalo.